Welcome to Vibes and Side Eyes, where the tea is hot and the takes are hotter.
Hey, it's your girl Maria J.
And I'm TaylorMade. Welcome to the podcast where we discuss real life, pop culture, and everything in between.
We're bringing you the good vibes.
And the side eyes.
Let's
Let's
get
get into
into
it.
it. Hey, y'all, what is
Hi,
up?
what's up? We are on part 2 of our story time episodes.
So, y'all already know how we do our two-parters. Y'all got the popcorn and opinions an episode ago, so we about to go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty.
Yes.
So, like Taylor May said, this is part two to the story times. And so we will be telling some school time stories, different things that we experienced, went through in school. So this should actually be fun. And I feel like it's going to be a very relatable episode. So
Yeah.
let's get into the details.
All right.
So I guess I will kick it off. This is going to start off. We're kind of going to go from elementary all the way up to the college years. So y'all gonna be entertained for sure.
Yes.
So with elementary time, I feel like all kids are so super what's the word I'm looking for? Adventurous. They're very curious and want to mess with things. So y'all know
Mm.
how y'all used to see like your parents around the house and either your dad was shaving or your mom was shaving her legs. Well, I wanted to shave too at school. So I got me a pair of scissors and started cutting the hair on my arms and on my hand. And y'all, I actually cut my hand in school. That was so fun. And I was like, oh my gosh. And like to this day, I have like a little triangle shape on my hand.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. You have to go
Yes.
get you have to get stitches? Or no?
No. So the crazy part is like as soon as it happened, I think I was so startled and I was like, oh my gosh, like I cut my hand. And so I just kind of like looked at the skin, pressed it down, and I just let it heal up on its own. Very crazy time.
Not little Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
I'm crying.
I said
Kindergarten
these are my
Grey.
invisible stitches. Uh-huh.
She said she got some glue and she put it on
Hmm.
there and she let the glue dry. And she said, baby, baby.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good
Crazy
one.
times. Yes.
Crazy times. I have an elementary one. Now, you guys, I struggle with this because I got trauma, so I don't remember a whole bunch of detaily stuff from anything before 18 years old. I just remember some patches of things. So this is one story that has always stuck with me, and I found it quite ironic how it ended. Now, I will say this does involve some violence. So some would say domestic violence, but it's not exactly what you think. But just trigger warning if you are triggered by that kind of thing. Okay, so little Taylor was in kindergarten one day, and Taylor knew herself from a young age. So I just want to put that out there. She knew who she was from a young age, and she didn't take no crap even when she was younger. She was silent but mighty at the same time. Still kind of that way now. You don't think I would like hit somebody up, but I would snap real fast. That kind of thing.
Hmm.
So yeah. So picture we're in kindergarten, and back then we would have like some computer time. You remember those chunky keyboards and like the big old
Yes.
like IBM computers. Like it was a
Yes.
vibe. It was a vibe. So we were doing that. We were doing our little click click click. And I just remember like this boy, and I'll never forget his name, and you'll see why. His name is Austin Trammell. Shout out to you, Austin Trammell. I think you're married with kids now. I'm so sorry. Okay. So anyways, I was sitting here and like he was sitting like on the side, but like behind me on the side, if that makes any sense, because the desk was like L shaped. So he's sitting pretty close to me and he kept going over to my computer and like doing my keyboard like that. And I'm like, he was doing something like around my ether, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
stop. I just remember saying stop. And he did it again. And I'm like, stop it. Don't touch it again. What? Now, mind you, this is a white boy, okay? I'm in a small town, okay? Fairfield, Texas. Google it. It is a very small town back then, and it was very small still now.
Mhm.
And I'm this black girl, a little black girl in kindergarten, done slap this white boy like to oblivion. I didn't even
Mhm.
realize that was called a slap back then, obviously. I just went pop. and his
Mm-hmm.
whole face just red, and he's just like, screaming bloody murder, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my god, I'm gonna like, oh my god. So went to teacher. I got in so much trouble. Mind you, my mom works at the elementary. She worked at the elementary. She was so embarrassed. She's like, Taylor, why did you? I was like, I told him not to touch my keyboard.
Yeah.
Now,
He messed around and found out.
exactly. Now let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you a little something about karma. And maybe it's not karma. Maybe it's just a funny coinkydink. Let's fast forward. Little Taylor is now Big Taylor, and quite well. Let me not self-deprecate,
Don't
but
do
okay.
it.
We was in high
Absolutely.
school, and so I'm in high school, and I had this class where I had this BA boy named Dana. I still don't like you. Leave me alone if you're watching this. Um, so do you remember him? It's a
I
guy.
do remember that name.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So it's this guy named Dana there, and we were in like science or something together. I don't remember, but it was those big cold concrete tables. And
Yes.
so,
Them wooden legs.
yes, and my homeboys, like back then, I was like very like right now, like tomboyed out. So, anyways, I ran with a crew of men, not me. I ran with a crew of boys. So they dropped me off at the room and all this and that. And I don't know, this day I was feeling very froggy. Mind you, me and
Mm-hmm.
Dana has not gotten along this whole year in this class. Like we have nitpicked at each other. It went both ways. We talked a lot of crap. I didn't like his girlfriend. His girlfriend didn't like me. It was a whole thing. But we stayed
Mm-hmm.
away from each other for the most part. Well, I guess Dana was having a bad day. I walked in, I saw he was having a bad day. I said something snarky. Of course, I don't remember what, but I said something, and he was just like, "Hey, man, shut up," or something like that. He was like, "Shut up," or maybe I was just talking loud in general. And he was like, "Shut up,"
Mm-hmm.
and I could just tell he was having a bad day. So that clued me in. Like, Taylor, just shut up. Like, just leave him alone. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think Taylor did that?
No.
No. High school Taylor wanted to smoke, so I was
Yeah.
like, I stood up, got bold, stood up, got next to his desk, and was like, "And what are you gonna do?" Like, I don't know. I'm telling you now, stop, shut up, don't talk to me, don't say. And what if you, bah, be slapped across my face by Dana? Yes,
No.
this is a true story. So that's why I was like, trigger warning. But it was just like, I don't even like, I remember just seeing like red, and like my homeboys had just dropped me off, and I don't know why they were still lingering there. Maybe they knew
Mm-hmm.
something was about that. I don't know. But thankfully, like they were still kind of right there, and someone called one of them and was like, "Hey, Taylor's gonna." And I just remember like with my mouth, and all I had in my hand was my purse, and so I just remember ranging back to go hit him, because I'm just like, are you
Yeah.
freaking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
And I just see my homeboys like running after me. It felt like slow motion, like to get me, because they know I was about to like commit a crime. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about to hurt you now. Like, it's time for you to go see your maker.
Yeah.
And they grabbed me, and they just like so. Anyways, we ended up in the office. I don't know how I didn't get expelled for this, by the way. Well, I mean, I really
Yeah.
didn't do anything. It was him. But anyways, so we get into the office, and yeah, so we get into the office. I'm super upset, and I'm thinking, I did not hit him. I'm not getting in trouble. He's going to get in trouble, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
this little principal man, I don't even remember his name, but I could not stand him. He was short, and he had that short man complex, and I just couldn't take it. But anyways, he was tall. And so anyways, he was like, y'all basically telling us we both going to get in trouble and like all this and that. And I'm like, why is it that we're both going to get in trouble? Well, it turns out he wasn't going to send us off to the summit. Thank God. I don't know how we didn't he should have been sent off to the summit, not me. But anyway,
Yeah.
somehow we both ended up with just like ISS for a very long time. And
Mm-hmm.
that was it. And so my mom, of course, like our parents and stuff were called, and he's like sitting across the room, and I'm just like, so I'm still fuming. I want to go over there and like commit a crime. And so my
Mm-hmm.
mom gets there, and she's just like, you just tell she's so upset. She's so upset. The only people in the office at that time was the office administrator, a girl that was like her assistant, and then it was him.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes over and she couldn't even look at me. She barely looked at me, which I knew what that meant. Like, I'm going to get it when I get home. And so
Yup.
she passes by me, goes into the man's office or whatever. And he tells her, this is what we're going to do, blah, 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 to make it fair. We're just going to, they both get ISS. And I'm going to be nice. And I think I was a junior. If I wasn't a junior, I was a senior. But yeah, it was just getting close to that graduation. Yeah, no, I was a senior. No, I don't know. Either way, I think I was junior. And so, anyways, my mom, listens to him and everything, and then gets out, and she's like, "Come on, let's go." And I like went into the car with her. We sit in the car, and she's like, "Taylor, like, what got into you?" Like, and I'm like, "Mom, I didn't even get to fight back." And then she was like, "And you gonna sit up here and get in a fight with this girl? Who cares? Like, why didn't you walk away from her?" I said, "Her." She said, "Yeah, wasn't it the little girl that was in there, sitting next to the other desk?" I said, "No, Mom, Dana's a boy, and he was the one sitting across." The way Esther Williams got up out that goddamn car,
yes,
back up in there and was like, "Oh no, no, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was gonna send us to the summit." But when my mom went back in there and I don't know what she did because I was in the car. All I know is after all that, we both got ISS and that was it. It was no summit. They didn't send us off. We didn't get expelled. None of that. Because how dare you send me to the summit and I'm the one who got slapped? Like, obviously I did antagonize.
By a boy.
But yeah, I antagonized, but at the same time, like, maybe we shouldn't have slapped. I don't know. Maybe there was another way. That was just like one of those stories. It was like, it's funny now, but back then we were so mad. And then I remember my dad, that's why I thought it was senior year. This was junior year though. I thought my dad wasn't going to be able, if we would have graduated in Duncanville High School, my dad would not have been at my graduation, because when my mom called my dad and told him everything and told him it was a boy, he called the school multiple times. And well, he's passed away, so I can say it. He threatened everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
The principal, everybody. It was like, absolutely the heck not. Don't ever let that man, that boy touch my daughter again. Oh, it was like a whole thing. So they were like, "Man, sir, you're not allowed to Duncanville High School anymore." Like, he was banned. And the only reason why he could come to my graduation is because we had it at the reunion or what it was called, Reunion Convention Center or whatever. Yeah, so sorry, that was a long story, but it was just a weird course of events where it's like, okay, I slapped somebody in kindergarten, then I got slapped in high school. I don't know what's going on with that, but that was crazy. That was a crazy story.
Where was I at when this happened?
No, were we friends? Well, no, we were friends. You don't remember this? I definitely remember the name. I with Lynn and them.
Yes, I remember the name Dana for sure.
Yeah, we were in ISS for like, I think 2 weeks.
I probably remember this story. Y'all, my memory's bad, so charge it to my mind, not my heart. Absolutely. So, you guys, we are moving on to my little 3rd grade story. Shout out to Humphrey Lee if you went to that school back in Dallas back in the day. But this story, I used to have this teacher named Miss Ledbetter. Bless her heart. We had a love hate. Oh, do you know her?
Ledbetter sounds familiar.
She was like 3rd grade. She was a short black lady, had like that Easter Sunday bump in her hair.
I don't know. Did she ever move up grades? Sorry, we can talk about that later. But it just sounds very familiar. I'm pretty sure I had a Ledbetter teacher, but I wasn't in Duncanville. I don't know if she did or not. But 8th grade.
Was you in Dallas school at all in 3rd grade?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know some
nah. Well, yeah, this could be the same person. But child, she was somebody's auntie at some point, because that lady was crazy. We had a love-hate relationship, and I don't know what it was, but I was always in trouble in her classroom. So this one specific day, I used to have this third grade crush named Marquise. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. So hey Marquise, if you ever run across this, we probably don't remember each other like that for real. But what's up, boy? And he was so cute, y'all. Like he reminded me of like he had hair like Lil Fizz back in the day when he was in B2K, like the little curls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to wear because I think we used to have dress code. So he had on this particular day, and I don't know how I remember this, but he had on a white shirt and some khaki pants. And I said, "Oh, okay." So, and he sat right behind me in class.
Mm-hmm.
So that day we were working on putting like these little books together. We would have like these little paper story books, and we would have to staple them and color them and write stuff in them and all that stuff. So I was distracted or whatever, being a little fast. And so I started talking to him in the classroom, but this is why she was trying to give directions. And so I got a couple of warnings. And then next thing you know, she was like, okay, the next time you have to be standing outside the classroom. Okay, absolutely. So I had to push it one more time. So somehow I was like messing with his tennis shoes and like rubbing on his pants leg.
This is the Maria J I know, guys.
Yeah. Y'all, when I say I have done a whole 180, praise the Lord.
Y'all
because
it was me.
back
It
then,
be her the whole time. It be her.
No, we're not about to do that. It was equally the same.
I'm the side eye, y'all. I am the side eye. She's the vibe.
So I'm sitting here rubbing on this boy's pants leg, and Mama, shout out to you, hey, because you don't know this story. So if you watch this episode, pray for us all. So I was rubbing on his pants leg, and so I'm like, why is this lady? Now back then I didn't know what cock blocking was, but I was like, you definitely was one. Now that I think about it, think back on it, and so she was like, that's it. So mind you, I had to just fold up my book and go stand outside in the hallway because that was the last straw. I got in trouble. And these were like the classrooms back in the day where the bathroom was inside of the classroom. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh my gosh. And so he was just back there cheesing, blushing. He was bright too. So he like his face turned red. But you know what? I think that was the first time that I liked like a bright skinned boy. And from then on I ain't liked him.
Since when? I was like,
right.
That don't work together. Only one can be bright. He can't have two bright lights in the forest because then it's too bright.
Yes, then it's just neon and it don't work like that. Right.
We are sorry for all the bright communities out there.
Yes, I'm sorry. We really do not practice colorism. We're so sorry. Okay. But I feel like that was my first time like liking one, and I said, you know what, this is too much trauma. I'm never doing it again. So other than Chris Brown, that's the only bright skinned boy that I've liked.
I can attest, you guys. This girl loves chocolate. Okay, chocolate.
Love it down.
Love it down, honey. Young, period. Oh, that's such a good story. That was really good. That made me though want to, instead of us, because I don't have as many stories as you, so I'm actually going to ask some questions that'll be like a part of some of my story. But do you remember from age K through college, and if you want to say their names, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Your crushes. Do you recall crushes from K to college?
Yes. So also at the same school, I used to like this boy named Daryl too. And I think that was in either the second or third grade. But liked him. Definitely like Marquise. Oh my gosh. So, and you can say yes or no. Do you remember Turtle from Duncanville?
Yes.
Well, he used to go to Unfree Lee back in the day, and I liked him there.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, he was good chocolate. Good chocolate.
Let me see. Next was after Unfree Lee, I think that's when I moved to Fair Meadows in Duncanville. Who did I like in that class? Oh, there was a boy that was there, but I forgot who that was. But he was chocolate as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
My girl is consistent.
Um, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, fifth grade. Um, oh, I wish I had a yearbook or something. No, I don't remember nobody from there. Same thing with sixth grade. That was at the same school. Seventh grade was Reed,
Mm-hmm.
and
Better not say mine. I know they.
you know what? Hold on, because Reed had the courtyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and people used to be out there beatboxing on the benches. Oh my gosh, the
We
memories.
was crazy, girl. We was crazy.
Yes. There was definitely somebody I liked to read, but I cannot remember who it was. Do you
Stetson was
remember
at
who it was?
Reed. Stetson was at Reed, I think, wasn't he? Or no? Stetson might not have been
He
at Reed.
might have been. He no, that's who it was at Reed. I used to like Brian
Brian who? Light skinned Brian?
Pradier.
Why does that sound so familiar? Okay, Brian Partier. I understand his, like, I remember his name, but I don't remember his face. He was light
If
skinned.
I can find it, yeah,
Okay,
kinda.
I think I know who you're
He
talking
was
about
like,
then.
he
He was
was like a
peanut
little
butter.
darker than me. Yes.
He was peanut butter. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yes. And then, so that was seventh grade, eighth grade. I think it was the same people. Yeah, because it was Reed. And then ninth grade center. Oh, do you remember a guy named Stefan that used to go to ninth grade school?
Stefan.
And I swear he looked like he had like missed a couple of grades. But, but like he didn't look slow or anything. Like he was just built and he was chocolate and he was no, no, and he was tall. Like he had a nice height on him. I
I
thought he
remember
was cute.
Stetson.
He was handsome.
You're not talking about Stetson?
Mm-mm.
Stefan.
No, bunny
I do
rabbit
remember
teeth. I was not
oversized.
feeling him.
I do remember like one or two oversized males in her, like it was always two of them that was a little oversized. I said, sir,
Yeah,
giving college. What are you doing?
yeah, right.
I never had them in my classes, but yeah, so I used to call them in my head. I'd be like, "Those are the giants. Those are the giants walking through." Child.
And then Don Gadberry, I did not have a crush on him. I thought he was cute, but he was an a-hole, so that made him ugly. Did not like him. Yeah, he was like a bully for real.
How a
And he was bright skinned too. Pissed me off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that tracks. I'm sorry. No offense. No offense. She said it, not me.
And then see that was ninth grade, and then sophomore year, no. Oh, you know what? I did used to like this guy, Brandon. It wasn't a crush though. I just thought he was cute. Brandon Miller? Maybe? I don't know. But he was cute. And then 11th grade, I want to say, yeah, I think 11th grade was BJ. He was another bright one.
I could see it. You know what? He was very goofy.
Mm-hmm.
He was very goofy, but I could see him being cute. I could see him being cute. He was very funny. He was nice. He was very friendly. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. And then senior year, no, nothing's coming.
We're trying to get up out of there. No time. We was into the older men's at that point. Just kidding, Mom.
Absolutely. Yeah. What she said.
For me, I had some that were like extended periods of time. So this will go quick. So K through like middle school until I left Fairfield, Texas, was a few. So it was oh god, I just blanked because I'm scared. Arlen. Okay, Arlen Abrams. He was so fine. So he was like definitely starting in like kindergarten, first grade. Arlen Abrams. and Aaron McNew. Aaron McNew was just like hot. He was the first white boy I've ever liked. Arlen was black, so like I was like, okay, but Aaron McNew, I was like, oh my gosh, this little milk of magnesia boy, I needed him in my life. So Aaron, if you still single, baby, come on through. He was so cute. But anyways, so I liked them like all the way through to like 7th grade. Also, honorable mention is Cody French. He was a cute white boy too, but he was very like all American blonde. It wasn't typically my type, but like he just was really attractive, and he dated one of my friends, so like it was an off limit thing. But like, and he probably wasn't into me, but like he was just always kind of really cute to me.
Was he kind of short?
Cody French? Maybe. I don't know. He was blonde though. But this is in Fairfield. This wasn't in Dallas. But do you know a Cody French?
I know a Cody, but I can't remember the last name.
He moved, and he might have moved up here to Dallas, child. We'll have to do some research.
Yes.
I love that we're saying all these people's names. I love it so much. Go find them, everyone.
Yes. Bring them back.
No, Arlen is married to a beautiful lady. Last time I checked, like we all went to school together. She's awesome. So, anyways, shout out to you, Arlen. But yes, I did like you. And so yeah, so then after Fairfield, I moved to Duncanville. So then Duncanville, 8th grade. You guys, now this is what's hard. This was now all that other stuff before was puppy love, baby. We were talking about obsession, like thinking of him day and night. Allegedly,
yes.
Crushes now in 8th grade. You know, you starting to come into some puberty.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I will never forget this guy's name. I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're alive and well, because it got a little rocky there for you, I heard. But his name was, and this was in 8th grade, you guys. I went to Reed Middle School. His name was Joshua Mosby.
Oh my God, yes.
I love Joshua Mosby so much. Yes. I was obsessed. Unless you're watching this. It was a very healthy situation, and I didn't think about you all the time. And I didn't write my name down 1,000 times. It said Taylor Mosby. I did not do that.
Yes.
Joshua Mosby. Oh my God. I used to. Anyways, the life we lived in my brain was amazing.
Absolutely.
We had a good life. So anyways, Joshua Mosby, and honorable mention, oh gosh, I don't remember his name, but he was always with him too. And I really liked him too. He was one of his friends, and I was in class with him. He was a bigger guy. Oh no. But he was my crush all through like 9th grade too. His name escapes me, but Joshua Mosby was the first one. The problem is Joshua was bad. So he would be in ISS all the time, or like the summit or whatever. So I wouldn't see him as much. So I had to get someone to be in his place when he was gone. And that was that guy. And I don't remember his name, but yeah. So then in 9th grade center, I don't think I had one in the 9th grade. I think that same chubby guy, he wasn't like super chubby, but he was just like a little more chubby. I don't remember his name. Josh. Josh. Oh, I love when my brain works. I love it. Josh, but I don't know his last name. It was Josh or Joshua something. Josh something. He lived over by me too. He lived over in those Wexford townhomes.
Oh,
his name was Josh. But oh my God, I had a literal crush on him all through. And then I think he left in 10th or 11th grade. So yeah, I think he left in 10th grade. But anyways, after that, 10th grade, 11th grade. Do you remember him? You know what I'm talking about?
Who, Josh?
Yeah, you gasped. I was okay. 10th and 11th grade, I'm trying to think. I can't think of anyone in 10th and 11th grade that I was just like so infatuated with. I'm sure I had some. Oh, yes, I do. I'm lying. So starting in 9th grade, there was a boy named, and he's actually low-key famous now in a way. I think he's a B-lister. Desmond. what was his name? Horn
Oh,
or
Brewer.
no, Desmond, but it was Desmond something,
Yeah.
child. And he, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, somehow I had classes with him from 9th to like 10th grade or whatever, 9th and 10th grade. So I really liked
Mm-hmm.
him. And then this one's going to expose me a little bit because this guy is definitely, I'm still active on his social media and everything. Like, he is married with a beautiful wife now and
Oh.
everything. And it ain't who you think. You tried me for the
Yeah.
last.
I'm so sorry.
He
I'm
really
so
almost popped
sorry.
my tea and I don't like it.
Yeah.
He will not be mentioned on this podcast. I know exactly who you talking about. But no, this is not him. So this guy, he's also a comedian. So, I like funny guys. But no, this one was
Yes.
like a friendship, but like I started being attracted to him because we were such good friends, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't like initially, but Thomas,
Nichols.
oh my God. Yes, thank you. We're really great
Yes.
friends. No,
Yeah.
Thomas Nichols. We just literally talked all the time. Like I would talk to Thomas on the phone until like literal 11 p.m. at night. Like we would just talk. It was platonic. Like we were just talking about random stuff. We would joke around, which makes sense now
Mm-hmm.
that he's a comedian. Because we would just like
Mm-hmm.
literally just jokes. We never went on a date. We never did any of that. We never kissed, hugged. None of that. But we were just such good friends consistently all through high school. It was so interesting. And he was so interesting to me because he didn't try to be like anything to anyone. He really was his own person, and I think that still shines out to this day. So shout out to you, Thomas Nichols, and to your wife, my bad.
Yes.
But like I only liked him for a little bit. I just thought he was cute.
Yeah.
Only because he was so interesting, and he's just, how like when you're friends with somebody and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, he's kind of cute. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, shout out to you, Thomas.
Yes. And then I
then
just remembered Desmond's last name. It was Evans.
Evans, yes, you're
Yes.
right. Desmond
Yes.
Evans. And oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
he was a jokester as well. He was so
Yes.
funny. He was just so funny. And honestly, he low-key bullied me sometimes, but that was okay. Like he would not bully me, but like he would joke on me if it was the right opportunity. He would joke on me. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, I think actually he might be the anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. Moving on. Let's see, 11th, 12th grade. I really don't recall anyone that I was just like infatuated with in 11th, 12th grade because allegedly I was into older guys by that point. So I really wasn't effing with those high school boys no more. So I was moving on.
Absolutely. That is good. Wow. Just think about all those different people. Aww.
Yeah.
I miss them times.
I do too.
And like being in class and writing notes and stuff and doing all that origami and stuff and passing the letters. I miss that.
I miss
We going to Duncanville on Monday?
Yeah. That's illegal.
Right. Allegedly.
Now, what
we
the
not
hell?
doing it.
No.
Right.
You come out the building. The building. We're gonna go see the building, y'all. Not the kids.
Right. Oh yeah. F them kids.
F them kids.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm really sad because I feel like I don't really get crushes like that anymore. Not truly. Like, I feel like that was my prime time. You saw those people every day. You got to know these people. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then in college, I just like, I don't know. I really didn't have like a crush in college, to be fair. Not really. Like, they weren't in the same college as me. I had crushes with people like in the real world at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yes, around the I'm gonna get to that. But if he's talking about crushes, though, I did have like my little boyfriend or whatever when I was going to college, and yeah, I was crushing on him on a daily basis. Yes,
absolutely.
Oh, that brought back memories. I love that.
Lane. Yeah, memory lane.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So no, you brought up the crushes, and then.
I think it's so funny because you thought I was gonna say that one person.
Yes, because when you was like, I'm still acting on social media, I said, yes, never. And then you said it's not. I said, oh, okay.
I'm taking it to the grave.
I take my smile back. Right.
and leave that in there.
So, y'all, we just got through talking about love and thinking about all the different people that we crushed on. Now, let's move to some ratchet activities which set the milestone to not trust nobody in 7th and 8th grade. So, y'all, young Kiana was in class just chilling. I had this physical education, PE, if you will. Taylormade has heard this story. she has heard this story, and now y'all have to hear it. So I was in PE class, and I've always have been one for lip gloss, as you can see, purses and different things like that. I used to have like little coin purses and stuff. I wanted to keep me some coin, when I was younger as well. So I had this brand new purse. I had brought it to school, super excited, because I'm like, oh, I get to carry my purse and stuff. Feel like I'm really doing something. Y'all, so I put my go into PE class like usual, put my stuff in the cubby. We go exercise, whatever kind of weird activities they had us doing off in that gymnasium. And then when it was time to leave, go into the locker room, where my purse at? Purse was missing. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm not tripping because I brought a brand new black purse in here. And I remember exactly what was in it. It was some Revlon lip gloss. Had just popped the seal off of that morning. So I'm looking for my stuff. I think I had like a couple of dollars in there. Back then we used to have to pay for lunches and stuff at school. And I maybe had a pencil or two in there as well. Oh, and then no, I think my Nokia cell phone. This was back in the day, y'all. So I had my Nokia cell phone, but it was in my backpack. Thank the Lord, because my mama would have been like, "Yeah, you grounded." So I go to my next class because I'm asking people around the gym. I'm like, hey, have you seen this purse? I'm looking for it. I just brought it in, can't find it. Everybody acting like they're looking for it. But I feel like there was a clique in the PE class that was sticking together. I said, okay, on blood. So anyways, then it was time to leave. So go to the next class. The person that actually stole my purse was in my next class along with her accomplice. We had a mixed class of 7th and 8th graders. Me and the girl who initially stole it, we were both in the 7th grade, and her accomplice was in the 8th grade. Now, ma'am, you're supposed to be setting an example. Why you let her? Why you let her do this? She steals for you, and you collect the goods. I don't like the system. So I'm sitting in class, we about to take notes or something, and I can't remember what subject it was. And I'm like, is that my purse that this heifer done came up in this classroom with on her arm? So it was, in fact, the purse. So then we end up in the principal's office because I'm like, hey, this is what happened. I brought this purse in. They're like, well, can you tell me what was in the purse? Yes, I can. So then I go down the list of what was in there, and I'm like, this was missing. This was in my purse. And so then they finally admit to doing it. So I think they did end up getting into some trouble or something, and parents did get called. Thankfully, my parent got called, but I was not in trouble. I'm glad. But yeah, I held. He's talking about grudges to this day.
I accidentally said that person's name recently, y'all. She said, "Fuck that hoe." No, I'm just kidding. Don't I recently said that name recently, y'all, and she was like triggered. She was like, absolutely.
Yes. Like, I know my facial expression changed because I felt it change. And I'm like, Because I'm like, dang, you that young and stealing? Now I know. We've all took a candy bar or maybe a bag of chips from the store. But like, we in class together. We classmates, and you and you're stealing from me. No, funny story though. I did steal a lip gloss from a store before when I was little, but I did get in trouble for it, and my mama made me take it back. I said, okay. And it wasn't even worth it.
I was always too scared to take any. I promise you, I've been always too nervy to do that. I was always very aware from a young age, I feel like, and I just was too scared because, like, you remember, like, in the grocery store, you could, like, get that candy that would be in that, like, plastic thing, and it would just be, like, you just reach in and get the candy. There were so many of my friends that would reach in there and just get the candy and eat, and I'm like, oh, you can't do that. Like, why can we do it? I just never could. I don't know why. I wish I would have.
Now, if I would have been by myself, I probably wouldn't have. But I had me a little accomplice in there, and I said, it was Lip Smacker's lip gloss, and I said, "Oh, I want this." And so I was asking my mom, I'm like, it was vanilla scented. I said, oh, can I have this? And she was like, Kiana, go put that back. Oh, I'll do you one better. I'm about to take it home. She said, Kiana, I didn't buy this. And you didn't. I took it. So, y'all, that was back when you used to get popped wherever you did the situation at. So I got in trouble in that Walmart. She said, oh, and you are returning that lip gloss. And then don't ask me for nothing else. Oh, okay, I won't.
Legend
she read me my rights.
She didn't get a gift until she was in 12th grade. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
No more. It was it.
Right? And my homegirl that was with me, she got in trouble with my mama and when she got home to hers. I said, oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
This next one's going to be really short, but it was just like a really funny memory that I have in high school. So like me and Kiana and like me and Maria J.
Oh no, it's fine.
And some more folks in my high school. There was like a high school, I guess would be like a club called DECA. And it was basically where you get to go in, it's not debate, but it's like you have to like convince, it's like business professionals, almost like business professionals, and like you kind of have to like sell whatever it is that your prompt is, and like so everyone would get a prompt, and that's just kind of how it went. So you had like your normal level at school, and then you got bumped up to go to regionals or state. I think it was state. So then the state regionals or whatever, it was in Corpus Christi. Long story short,
shout out
Maria. Yes, that was a good time. That was like one of my favorite memories in high school. But like Maria J. got to go or whatever with her partner, and then I went with my partner, and my partner was this guy that I had never met before. So we had got partnered up. I don't remember how we got partnered up. Shout out to Joe Frank, because I know you watched this, but I don't know how we got partnered up in the DECA. I think it was at random, to be honest, which it turned out to be the best thing ever because we're still friends. But anyway, so we were partnered up or whatever. And so we did really well or whatever, but not until we got to like state, which was in Corpus, till we realized like we were in sync. Okay. So we get to state and we're practicing, and we're just like, this is gonna be difficult. Like we're nervous. Like we were just like, we're gonna bomb it. Like we were not confident at all. We had our prompt, and we were just like, oh no, they don't give you the prompt until like right before, right? I think it was like right before you went in or something. Like you don't even have that much time.
No, it's kind of like on spot.
Yeah, it's on spot. I think you have it like a few minutes tops. Like it's not long at all. And so anyway, so we're just like pumped. We were just really happy to, I think, be in Corpus Christi in general. But like, okay. So then we go to the competition, and we get the prompt, and we just look at each other like, oh shoot. We don't even like know what we're gonna do. And I'm just like, I just remember either him or myself being like, hey, we're just gonna BS it and get it done. Like we're in Corpus, like whatever, we made it this far, like that's fine. And we were like, well, let's just go in there and like BS it the whole thing. Like we don't know what we're talking about because I have no idea what this prompt is. And I was like, me either. Like I don't teach algebra. So then we get in there, and when I say it was magic, I was BSing that person, just saying this, and using big words, the biggest words I knew in 12th grade. And then here goes Joe Frank. He was just like feeding off of me, and I was feeding off of him, and it was just like we were just in there, and we looking at each other like, are we really doing this? And like it was just actually wild. Like I don't know what happened. It was only the Lord, because I don't know how we got through that. So then we leave, and we were like, we looked at each other kind of like, did we just do that? Like, did we just do good? So we couldn't tell if we did really good or really bad, and we thought we did good. Like, it could have been either way. So we weren't 100% sure, and we were like, no, we tripping. We did bad. Like, there's no way we did that good. We get to the ceremony or whatever. Everybody's getting called or whatever. And I remember we were in the nosebleed section. Like our whole high school was in the nosebleed section of this auditorium. And so they're calling and we're like, oh, that's so nice. Like we're not going to get placed, but that's nice. Okay. And then they were like, Joseph Frank and Taylor Williams. And I was like,
Yes.
I just remember around us was yelling, and I was like, of course, because I'm a church. I was raised in church, so I'm up here shouting. I'm like, and Joe's like, we gotta go, we gotta go. So I just remember we like beelined it. We had to go down all these steps to get down to the thing. It was just so funny, and I was just yelling I just remember yelling the whole time, like the whole time.
Yes.
And we were just like, what? How did we finesse this?
Yes.
How did we finesse this? We literally just played everybody. We did not know what we were talking about. To this day, I couldn't tell you what that prompt was, but we did it. And so we got we were so excited. And so we got to go to Atlanta. We did the same thing there. They said, get the heck up out of here. That did not happen. They said, now we got false. But we had a sense of false confidence now, right? We're like, oh, we just put this. We're geniuses. We're geniuses. We get there. Mind you, we missed prom for this competition. But it was in Atlanta, so that was cool. We get there. We see the prom. We're like, do you know what this is? He's like, no. You know what this is? I'm like, no. We're like, we're going to BS this. We get in there. We stuttering. Well, I'm looking at him like, come on. He looking at me like, come on. And we leave. It was like,
yeah,
definitely bombed that one. So I just thought that was just like the funniest thing. It was so unexpected, I think, from a lot of people, especially our coach. So I just think it was like,
yes. Shout out to Coach Miles.
Coach Miles, sorry for everything.
Yes.
I ran him ragged. Yeah, that was funny. Shout out to you, Joe Frank.
Yes. That is cool. If TaylorMade gives me her approval, I will post that picture in here because it's a picture of all of us at the DECA competition. The one that we did for state.
There is, and I need to reach out to Joe, see if he has the picture of me and him, because we took a picture together, and I used to have it a long time ago, and I don't have it now, but we'll put up whatever pictures we got, y'all, because that's a true story.
Yes.
All of these are true stories. That's funny.
So this one, y'all, shout out to Duncanville High School, because we've been saying it all night now.
Okay, hold it down.
Absolutely. So this took place in like 11th, 12th grade. I had this homegirl. She will not be named in this podcast. But
it's
we used to hang out. No.
Can you imagine? She won't be named. And I'm like listening to this
right. And you like, well, didn't that happen with? You should hang up immediately. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And you know what? Thinking back on this, y'all, now that I'm about to tell this story, I don't even know how me and her even crossed paths or linked up or nothing. Like, it just came out the blue. It was from Satan himself. But so I think we used to have computer class together. Oh. And so this was back in the day when we used to like hack the computers and stuff, allegedly, and get past the firewalls and stuff that they had open. So I heard. So anyways, you're right. We cutting that whole part out.
Oh, leave that shit in, Taylor. Leave it in. Leave it in. Do not cut that out. Put it in the bloopers. Because absolutely not. Because everybody think I'm the crazy one. Absolutely not. It's this one. I'm done.
And so we had computer class together. And so, yeah, like we used to hang out, like, I think we had the same lunch, like y'all back then Duncanville had like A through D lunch. And I said, y'all are doing too much. This is way too much. I'm going to all of them because I don't like it.
All I knew that A lunch, it was nasty. Like, don't ever go to A lunch. That food ain't never good. They get it right the next time. Like next time.
Right.
A and D, do not go to that because D, your stuff is cold. Everything cold in D. But A, you don't want the first round and then you gonna get salmonellas. Like, you gotta get the B and C lunch. Don't ask how I know.
But yes. And so we had lunch and a couple classes together, and I think we had this was back in 12th grade year. I think we had early release together. I can't really remember. But long story short, y'all. So this kind of even took place after we graduated, I think. Maybe. For sure 12th grade year. So we used to hang out. We used to hang out at these apartments. Now this is gonna be funny because Taylor like, is she talking about me? But I promise it's somebody else, I promise.
Oh, I think I know them.
Oh, you probably do. You probably do.
Okay.
And then so we used to hang out and whatever. And it was some apartments off of, well, I don't need to tell the location, but we used to hang out in these apartments and it was around these guys. And I think I kind of told y'all this story before in one of the other episodes because we were talking about the sundress syndrome. But long story short from that, I had this boyfriend. Cause y'all, back in the day, like that Kiana used to have a roster. Okay, I'm not even about to play it. I used to, yes,
we did. Maybe that's why I'm getting punished now because I had rosters back then. And it was like you need to calm down in the second phase.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, but at least we got our rosterization out beforehand, and now like we ready for some realness. Okay. But one of my little shawties from back in the day, this guy that I was talking to, like and I don't even think we ever really hung out, but like we were kind of like crazy over each other a little bit. So, we just had like that connection. This is the people back in the day, like when you used to stay on the phone all through the night and whatever, and have like people on three-way and all that kind of stuff. Love them times down. I got in many of trouble.
Yes, so much.
Yes. And then so one day I think maybe I left them two on the phone, and so I guess some shady stuff went down. Y'all, I can't remember if it was that or if I used her phone and called him. But whatever the case may be, some underhanded stuff ended up happening. So, y'all, I ended up finding out that she had slept with the guy, but I didn't even find out from her. I found out from him. And she was still in my face, started like playing cool. I said, "Oh, you're one of those." I was like, I'm not gonna say livid, but I was mad for sure. Cause I'm like, we sitting up here supposed to be cool. I even went out of town with her family before for like a family vacation. And I'm like, oh, so this is what we doing.
Does the name start with T or E?
L. You remember a girl named from Duncanville?
Girl, yes. Big one.
Yes.
The big one?
Yes.
Oh, baby, she was with everybody.
Yes.
That's why.
Because she used to wear like the ponytails with the little
304.
Yeah.
Baby,
absolutely. Yes. I said, well, look at this. Because one day we were talking and I forgot what it was. And he was talking about that he got money from her as well. And I said, oh, so you tricking on niggas is what's happening. That's what's happening.
Girl. What?
Yes. Yes. And actually,
like
his last
groups of friends. And we were still friends. But we didn't probably get like besties until after high school, it sounds like. I don't think.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how did I have all these other friends? Because I remember hanging out with two girls specifically, Ebony and Courtney, for most of like 11th and 12th grade. But I'm like, where was Kiana? But I think we're all always just like friends. But like, I guess we didn't get like super close until after high school or something. Or like, no, Decca got us close.
Well, Decca, yeah,
that's what it was. Decca.
Yes, and so. Excuse me. I found that out. I was like, "Oh, girl, you trifling." So I'm like, this is ridiculous. Yes. And I'm like, how is it that I find out from him and you don't even have the decency to tell me? Now, them are not the words that I used back then. Okay, we just gonna keep it a buck. But I was like, this is absolutely insane. So y'all, that's kind of why my track record when it comes to homegirls and TaylorMade knows this. It's like 0 to none. Like I really have to like trust you, and we almost like family if you a homegirl, because listen, it just done been bad, y'all. And some of these stories that I've written down, I skipped some of them, but my track record has not been good with girls. So,
But no, I get what you're
but
saying. 'Cause
no,
I feel like I had a phase there where, other than you, I only had like guy
mm-hmm,
friends for a very
mm-hmm,
long time. Yeah.
yep, yes. So y'all, that was my crazy little situation. Oh, and
Mm.
then also I wanted to add, because TaylorMade did bring up Coach Miles and Deca, and so I actually had that class. And then we had a lot of people that would be back there and didn't have that class. TaylorMade was one of them. And but we had so much fun, y'all. Like, that class was lit. And we were
Lit.
threatened to get kicked out every day. He was like, y'all, keep it down. You're too
Like,
loud.
Taylor, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm. But we used to have like talent shows back there. We used to be doing all kind of stuff, twerk sessions, all kind of stuff happened back there.
Talent shows. That is funny.
Yes. Yes. It was a time. So y'all, I don't know, TaylorMade, you got any more stories? Any questions you would like to throw out there?
Oh, yeah, I do have a question or two. Whatever. I guess, like, what's your favorite memory? Like, if you could only choose one memory from high school, or really should be any grade school, what would be that one memory you would pull? Like, if you were only allowed to keep one memory for school wise, one memory during those times, what memory would you take?
It would definitely be our trip to Corpus Christi. We have this running joke about two different things: a nigger rat and and Kearney. And y'all, like, we had so much fun at that hotel. Like, my voice is going out. But it was so much fun. And we ran around that hotel like it was nobody's business. We were supposed to be locked in our room, child. We was all over that hotel. Coach Mouse was like, listen, if I gotta come outside.
Right. Yeah. It was a roach motel and everything. We did not care. We wasn't even in the room half the time. We was all over the place. Ain't had no money. We all over the place. Coach Miles was done with us. Done. Absolutely through. We was running around. And now that I think about it, it must have been the Embassy Suites, because you know how Embassy Suites has that kind of like thing where you like walk out and it's like an atrium.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It had to have been that, because I remember it was like that. Every section was a loop, but you could see all the doors. So some people were on top tiers, and we'd be like, hey, so-and-so. And hey, we was ghetto, because why was we yelling? Why was we yelling like that? I know.
Playing on the elevator.
Playing. Ain't had no business. We was on the elevator. Everybody switching up snacks and stuff.
Boys coming to our room, allegedly.
I was just about to say that. I was like, and it's so funny because you weren't supposed to have boys in the girls' room, girls in the boys. Coach Miles, I don't know where he was, but he was not around.
Right.
Sorry, Mom.
He was on the phone cupcaking with his wife. We were up here causing havoc. Running amok.
And when we saw that milk dud head come out, we all like, hey, Miles, we gone. We running. We pushing it. It's like something went off and everybody's door shut.
Yes. Y'all, we had so much fun, and there was like this pool. I think it was like the last day, and you know, like Corpus Christi has the 2-story Whataburger there, so we would hang out there too. And then like the last day we went to this pool. On the way home, everybody had a rat stuck in their throat. Like, we had sore throats and could not talk. We were like, what happened? It's that Corpus Christi water. There was so much fun.
It was so much fun. And the way the joke about Kearney Thomas is, if you had cable back around that time, so 2007, 2008, there, if you watched, I think it was BT, if you was up late long enough, you would wake up to this guy being like, God, he's killing you, like screaming at you. He was like this preacher guy, and he was just screaming. His name was Pastor Kearney Thomas.
And he wore a purple cloak, y'all.
got people calling in, Pastor Kearney Thomas, and I'm just like, I remember, I think we were on the bus ride back, and I was saying something about Kearney Thomas, and everybody said, "Yeah, we know that." And so from then on, everybody was so my partner for DECA was Joe Frank, like I said earlier. I would call him Kearney. Like his name was Joe. Like I started calling him Kearney all the way up to probably a few years ago, and then I said I should probably stop calling him Kearney.
Yeah.
It's time to hang it up. When he wasn't saying LOL no more to it no more, I said it's time to be free. But I promise you, up until a few years ago, I was like Kearney. Anytime I saw him. Oh my God, I was probably so cringe, but yeah. What up, Kearney?
Yes. Y'all put purple hearts down in the comment section if y'all know who Kearney Thomas is, because man, you talking about startled in your sleep. Don't wake me up yelling. I'm scared.
It's killing you. God, it's fixing it. Oh.
Right.
My throat
you got to
already
be receiving me if you do it again. Yes. Oh my gosh, y'all. I know y'all wish y'all went to high school with us because it was lit. It was a lit time. It was so fun.
It was fun. Especially and I was so grateful for senior year because as I just spoke, my high school years got off to a rocky start. People was getting slapped, like things were happening, you know. I just, you know, it was a lot. But the second half of high school was so much fun. 11th and 12th grade, but especially 12th grade was just some like just the best times that I could ever think. So my memory is also DECA year, that whole DECA time, and especially like Corpus Christi, like that whole shebang.
Yes. Yes, y'all. So, oh man, I hate to even close this episode out because it really brought back some memories. But not to the point where I'm finna text nobody though. No. So oh well. But
DM me though. You know what I'm saying? DM your girl. DM your girl. Don't let speak for yourself, Maria J. If y'all would like to DM me, I'll give you my cell phone. If you're not married.
Now. Bye. Now, don't call them out because they will pop after woodwork, and we don't have time for the foolishness.
I'm gonna do the mannequin challenge. If they come around, I don't have time. Depending on which one.
I was still frozen. Right. Okay.
Tiny.
Right. But yes, y'all, this has been such a fun part 2. We hope that you guys enjoyed as well. As TaylorMade has been saying throughout both part 1 and part 2, make sure you guys are doing all that you can to push our content out to the atmosphere of the internet. We want to be on the YouTube screen. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. When you share our page to people, make sure you have them to hit that subscribe button. If they're watching, hit that thumbs up on all devices. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. This was just such a fun episode, Maria J. Thank you so much for being here, as though you're not the host. Yes. It's just such a good time, and just to go down memory lane. Like, I didn't know you before 8th grade, but still, like, it was just really cool hearing about your early years, and then even some of the later years where I was there, but apparently I wasn't there the whole time. I do not remember.
Yes, and I was about to say. Yes, and fun fact, me and TaylorMade, as we were thinking about this episode, we went to the same school in 7th and 8th grade and didn't even know each other. That's crazy.
Well, I didn't come till 8th grade, but yeah, I did not know Maria J until 9th grade. Yeah, that's for sure. Now, I feel like I remember your face, like I remember seeing you, but like I don't have any recollection of like we definitely didn't have any classes together, and then we did not talk to each other until 9th grade.
But yes, so y'all already know what time it is. Unfortunately, we are going to close out this episode, and until next time, you guys, we are bringing you the good vibes
and the side eyes.
We'll see y'all next time. Good night.
Bye.